Do you actually know what happens inside your dog's brain the moment they reach the edge of your living room rug and see the hardwood floor ahead? You've seen the Scooby-Doo legs, the frantic scratching of claws as they try to find grip, the sliding, the slightly awkward way they skate into the kitchen for dinner. Most owners laugh it off as a quirky dog trait. We think they're just being clumsy. But behind that awkward slide is a neurological emergency that is quietly breaking your dog's spirit. For many breeds, a slippery floor isn't just a surface. It is a biological trap that triggers a constant low-level state of fight or flight. Imagine living your entire life on a sheet of ice, where every step toward the person you love feels like a calculated risk of injury. Today we are diving into floor texture psychology. We're going to explore how modern flooring causes chronic stress for specific breeds, why your dog's safe base is being compromised by your interior design, and the N+1 rule for household navigation that could add years to your dog's mobility. If you keep ignoring the rules of the floor, you might be unknowingly shriveling the world of your best friend. 1. The survival brain, nature versus the modern home. To understand why your floors matter, we have to look at the world through your dog's paws. In the wild, your dog's ancestors evolved to traverse soil, grass, and stone, surfaces with give and texture. Their claws are not just for scratching. They are biological cleats designed to dig into the earth to provide leverage and stability. But when those cleats meet hardwood, tile, or laminate, they lose their only function. Instead of digging in, the claws slide across the surface, turning a stable animal into a vulnerable one. In the sources, we discuss how a cat's environment isn't separate from their problems. It is the problem. Dogs are no different. When a dog feels their paws sliding, their amygdala, the brain's fear center, fires a stress response. For us, a slip is a 2-second moment of surprise. For a dog, especially breeds like Great Danes, Labradors, or Dachshunds, that slip is a signal that they have lost control of their body. And as we've learned, losing control is the one thing pets value more than almost anything else. When the floor is unsafe, the entire home becomes a source of unpredictable stress, turning their sanctuary into a prison of slippery surfaces. 2. The safe base under attack. Why does this impact your bond? It comes down to attachment theory. A 2019 study from Oregon State University confirmed that pets form a secure attachment with their owners that mirrors the bond between a human infant and their mother. In this bond, you are the safe base. When your dog is worried or curious, they want to move toward you. But if the path to reach you, their source of comfort, is a slippery hallway that has previously caused them pain or fear, they are caught in an emotional deadlock. They want the connection, but their survival instinct is telling them to stay on the rug where it's safe. Over time, this creates a withdrawal behavior that owners often mistake for getting older or being less clingy. But your dog isn't being distant. They are geographically isolated in their own home. They have learned that the cost of reaching you is too high. This silence in their movement is a sign of a dog that has given up on navigating their world. 3. Chronic stress and the silent sufferer. How do you know if your floors are causing chronic stress? In the sources, we highlight that pets are masters at hiding pain. Because showing weakness is a survival liability, your dog won't cry out every time they slip. Instead, they suffer in silence. Watch for the silent warnings in their body language. The pacing hesitation, standing at the edge of a rug and shifting weight back and forth before committing to the floor. The low-profile walk, tensing their muscles and lowering their center of gravity to move across the room. The sudden stop, refusing to enter certain rooms entirely, which owners often mislabel as disobedience. This constant muscle tension leads to cortisol buildup. Just like a human who is constantly on edge, a dog living on slippery floors never truly enters a state of deep REM sleep because they can't fully relax their muscles. They are in a state of vigilant rest, always prepared for a slip. This leads to irritability, lower energy, and what many call winter laziness, but is actually environmental exhaustion. If you're starting to realize that your clumsy dog might actually be a stressed dog, hit that like button and subscribe. We're on a mission to help you see the world through your dog's eyes, so you can make the small changes that lead to a longer, happier life together. Now let's look at the breeds at highest risk. For breed-specific vulnerability, the high-stakes breeds. While all dogs prefer traction, for some breeds the slippery floor is an active health threat. Longback breeds, Dachshunds, Bassets. For these dogs, a single splay, where the legs slide out sideways, can put catastrophic pressure on their spine. Large breeds, Shepherds, Danes. Their heavy frames require significant grip to start and stop movement. On tile, the torque required to stand up puts immense strain on their hips and elbows. Senior dogs, As dogs age and lose muscle mass, their ability to catch themselves during a slip diminishes. For these dogs, the moisture gap in their joints, the lack of lubrication that comes with age, combined with the traction gap of your floors, creates a cycle of pain. They slip, which causes inflammation, which makes them move more stiffly, which makes them more likely to slip next time. By the time an owner notices a limp, the dog has likely been enduring months of psychological dread every time they hear the sound of their own claws on the floor. 5. The N+1 rule for traction. The good news is that this is one of the most rewarding fixes you can make for your pet's well-being. In the sources, we advocate for the N+1 rule regarding resources like litter boxes or beds to reduce tension. For dogs, we should apply the N+1 traction path rule. You should have a continuous path of rugs or runners connecting every safe zone in your house: the bed, the food bowl, the door, plus one extra path for play. The scent signature of safety. When you add rugs, you aren't just adding grip, you are adding a surface that holds scent and pheromones, making the room feel like their territory. The nose-to-toes connection. Use soft phrases and your vocal identity to guide them across new rugs. Celebrate their movement, toe grips and wax. If rugs aren't an option, use physical aids. It sounds silly to us, but to the dog it's like giving a hiker a pair of boots on a mountain. When you provide islands of traction, you are restoring your dog's physical autonomy. You are telling them, this house belongs to you again. You will see an immediate shift in their personality. They will start to run, they will seek you out for parallel presence, and they will finally let their guard down. 6. A primal act of love. In the sources we talk about the cat kiss, the slow blink of trust. For a dog, the equivalent is the deep sigh they give when they finally collapse into a deep sleep. When you fix the environment, when you remove the slippery stressors, you are performing a primal act of love that goes back thousands of years. You are acting as the architect of safety. You are proving to your dog that you have seen their silent struggle and that you are the leader who can fix it. Your dog doesn't want an owner who sees them as a quirky comedian sliding on the floor. They want a partner who understands their biological needs. When they can walk across the room with their head up, eyes soft, and tail held high, it's because you made it possible. You aren't just decorating with rugs, you are reclaiming the bond that the floor was trying to steal. Conclusion: the choice to move. The next time you see your dog skating across the kitchen, don't laugh. Look at their eyes. Look at the tension in their shoulders. Understand that for your dog, home isn't just a place where they get fed. It is a place where they should feel powerful, calm, and in charge. By giving them traction, you are giving them the gift of movement without fear. Your dog doesn't need a mansion. They just need a path to you that doesn't feel like a trap. If this video changed the way you see your slippery floors tonight, tell me in the comments. What breed of dog do you have and where is their safe rug? And if you want to learn more about the silent ways your environment is affecting your dog's health, check out our video on silent stressors, right here. Because to your dog, you aren't just a human. You are the provider of their safety. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.